if you haven't, why haven't ya? Like a madman, or you know, you should be having a good sweat going on. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing my 8 tips on how to lower that body fat percentage. So if you're interested in hearing what those 8 tips are, then definitely keep watching and give the video a thumbs up if you get value from today's content. Alright, so for the first tip, I'll start out with an easy one, and that is, if you aren't already, to start taking apple cider vinegar in the mornings. There are endless benefits from taking apple cider vinegar, like 20 plus different benefits, but the one that we're going to talk about today that applies to this video is that it's an appetite suppressant. So I used to take Bragg's, I think that's how you say it, Bragg's or Bragg's, whatever, apple cider vinegar. I would put like a tablespoon of it and a full thing of water, because you should never, fun fact, take apple cider vinegar directly by the tablespoon because it's hard on the enamel, your teeth, because it's so acidic. Trust me, I'm a dental hygienist. So mix it up in some water and take it that way, or switch over to taking these Goli gummies. So they are apple cider vinegar gummies. I'll pop 2 of these first thing in the morning when I have my coffee, and it just helps suppress that appetite, and I usually won't have my first meal until like 11 o'clock in the morning. So that's tip number 1, super simple. Get yourself some apple cider vinegar, liquid or gummies, start taking those in the morning and watch that body fat start to go down. Tip number 2 is to make sure that you're incorporating strength training and HIIT workouts, because both strength training and HIIT are going to efficiently lower that body fat percentage. Weightlifting helps reduce visceral fat, aka belly fat, which when you're trying to lower your body fat percentage, that's definitely an area we all want to lose some body fat around. If you're just beginning and you're someone who has a fair amount of body fat to lose, then for your HIIT intervals, I would set it up as like a 2-minute walk and then maybe a 30-second jog. And that's a good starting point. So start lifting weights to build up that muscle mass, and then use your HIIT to burn that body fat to show off those hard-earned muscles underneath. And after all that training, you've worked up an appetite, which leads to tip number 3, which is to make sure that you're eating a sufficient amount of protein to keep on burning through that fat. I feel like you've probably heard this a million times over and over, so I'll keep it short. You want to eat protein because it's going to help keep you fuller for longer and reduce your hunger cues. Second, it's going to keep on burning through that body fat. And 3, by eating more protein, it's going to preserve more of your lean muscle mass, and it will make your body choose to burn through fat first before burning through that muscle mass. Tip number 4 is, I hate to be a negative Nancy, but cutting back on the alcohol. Drinking too much alcohol increases your risk for belly fat. So if you're someone who has an alcoholic beverage every day or several days of the week, like say you're somebody who has a glass of wine every night or every other night, then you'll be a lot longer getting to your goal. Because what ends up happening is your body ends up focusing on the alcohol that's in your system and trying to flush that away instead of focusing on your main goal, which is to keep on burning through your body fat. It also all depends on where you're at in your journey. So if you're just starting out, just to kind of get the ball rolling, it'd be a good idea to cut your alcohol in half, or even like a quarter of what you normally have. So say for instance, you have 12 beer on a weekend, try to have 6 beer instead. And everybody knows that those last 5 to 10 pounds are usually the hardest ones to knock away. So if you really want to get rid of those last 5 to 10, you'll probably have to say bye-bye to alcohol completely, or you might just have to be okay with those 5 to 10 pounds kicking around. Either, you know, whatever you're cool with. Start to cut back your alcohol a little bit or completely to teach your body to focus on burning through that body fat. If you're not drinking alcohol as much or at all now, then you need to be hard on drinking something else, and that is good old-fashioned water. So like I've mentioned in previous videos, you need to be drinking half your body weight in ounces of water a day, plus another 12 ounces for every 30 minutes of exercise that you do. So, I mean, when you're doing those HIIT workouts and you're sweating like a madman, or you should be having a good sweat going on, you'll definitely want to be replenishing your body with more water because you're sweating out your fluids, so you need to fill it back up with the good stuff. You'll get that body fat percentage lowered so much faster if you start drinking water and lots of it right away, all the time, daily. And if you're really under drinking your water, which some people really don't drink that much, then start by slowly adding like 5 to 10 ounces a day, and you'll get to where you need to be in no time. And also, as I've mentioned before, another way to help get your water in easily is to start using some of this Mio, Kool-Aid Mio. I'm telling you, it's the best one. So pick some of this up, add it to your water, and it'll make getting your ounces in way quicker if you just don't like plain old water. Got a pattern going on here. I'm all about the fluids. So tip number 6 is drinking up some coffee. So for all my fellow coffee lovers out there, which the people who don't like coffee, I will never understand. Like, I don't know how you get any adulting done when you don't have some Java in your life. But for those of you who love coffee, you should be happy because drinking coffee stimulates our nervous system, which in turn boosts our metabolism, which means burn, baby, burn. So we're breaking down the fat. Okay, so tip number 7 is something that as I get older, I seem to need more and more of in order to function day to day, and that is getting enough sleep. One suggestion that I have for you to try and get a little bit more sleep is get yourself into bed like half an hour earlier than you normally would. Get off the screens. I know it's hard, trust me, we're all guilty of it, but like put your phone down, turn the TV off, get a book, like gain some knowledge, open up a book. Just do something to wind down a little bit and start to get a little bit more sleep. If you can try to get at least 7 hours of rest every night, it's gonna help your body continue to burn through that body fat. And by getting enough sleep every night, it's gonna help keep that weight off in the future as well. So my next tip is to start analyzing your nutrition and making small changes. So if you're not already, I'd highly recommend, at least for a week, just to see roughly how many calories you do consume so you have kind of a starting base. Start to track your food with an app like MyFitnessPal. And then from that number of calories, try to cut back, say 200 calories. So, make easy swaps or cut out a snack just to get the ball rolling to start lowering that body fat percentage. You should see your body fat start to go down at a healthy, slow pace. And if you hit a wall or you kind of plateau, then make another maybe 100 calorie reduction or add in a touch of cardio to keep the body fat burning. You want to keep that metabolism revving as high as you can, so always create small baby steps, slow reductions with the calories, slow add-ins with the cardio. Okay, and I do have one fun, kind of silly bonus tip for you guys, and that is to grab yourself some sugar-free gum, because this comes in clutch when the hunger cues are calling. Let me tell you, it'll distract your mind from going to get that snack. And if you can, try to find a sugar-free gum that has the ingredient, I don't even know how to pronounce this, I just know what it's good for, and that's I think it's a silent X, xylitol. So Xylitol, xylitol. I feel like I'm in a spelling bee, but anyway, that ingredient reduces your chances of developing cavities. So pick yourself up a 2-in-1 sugar-free and xylitol gum, and it'll also help with keeping your body burning through that fat, keeping you from eating that unnecessary snack. I'm just a rhyming machine. I don't know where it comes from sometimes. It just kind of spurts out like verbal diarrhea, but it works. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed my go-to tips that you can start applying ASAP to start to lower your own body fat percentage. If you enjoyed today's video, then give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't yet. If you haven't, why haven't ya? Subscribe to join the K-Bay Fit fam, where it's fun, fit, and fabulous all the time. Leave a comment below with some of your favorite go-to tips for lowering body fat percentage. Hit that notification bell so you always know when my next fitness-related video drops. And as always, I hope you all have a fun, fit, and fabulous day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.